never truly end.
All right, shalom. So right now I want to take a look at this this English language again and see if we can fight through to get an understanding of the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Because when we look at the term lost, L-O-S-T, of today's English, it has a connotation that's a bit different from the original term, the original word, which was the past tense of loss, as in taking a loss, or in a loss, which is L-O-S-S-E-D, which would have been the past tense word. And when you look at the definition of L-O-S-S-E-D, it gives you a better, earlier idea of what the word was intended to mean. All right, so looking it up here, it says the act or fact of being unable to keep or maintain something or someone. Blood loss, hair loss, loss of a toe from frostbite. Right, so it's referring to losing something. It's not referring to the state of something being lost. Right, so even if you look up the difference, what's the difference between L-O-S-T and L-O-S-S-E-D? It still says basically the same thing. You know, it's still the fact that you no longer have something or have less of something. Many parents feel a sense of loss when their children leave home. He suffered a loss. See, that's and that's what's so amazing about this English language, because there's always arguments about, well, what does it mean that they're lost? But they don't know where they are. They don't know. Nobody can find them, or it has nothing to do with that. The lost sheep are lost because they are no longer in the house of God. They're not invisible. They're not unknown. You know, it's just, we have to look at it from the perspective of the Most High instead of looking at it from the perspective of man. Right? So if you look at it from the perspective of the Most High, you will see where he declared his children lost. Why were they lost? Because of what we call the curses, which we'll get into that word as well, because there's the same perspective of that word that we need to look at. What does curse mean from the perspective of the Most High, and not from the perspective of man, or not from the perspective of how we feel because of the curses, or how the curses make us feel and make us perceive things in today's time. What did it mean by, the Father when he says, you will be cursed? We're going to take a look at that word a little bit later. But today we're looking at this lost, right? L-O-S-S-E-D. All right, I hope it helps some of y'all out, man. Peace.